with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. NBA 2K is passionate about capturing the culture within the basketball community. The music, the fashion, the entire world of basketball lives within the game. So a few weeks ago, we brought together some of the biggest influencers within that culture, including NBA 2K20 Legend Edition cover athlete Dwayne Wade. Here's what happened.
The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel, determined to give their fans a reason to celebrate tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, the setting for our broadcast tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Indiana Pacers. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Culver.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Oladipo is the 2, with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's Brogdon in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled. Oh my goodness! That was special. The bounce, the creativity, the strength. When Oladipo rises up, he's looking to punch it down as hard as he can.
Towns, good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And Oladipo, here we go. Here's Sabonis. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
Russell with it. Ogden picks him up, and that one's good. Russell.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Count that one. Sabonis has got his second bucket of the night.
The hard way there, guys. Sabonis, a tough player, does not shy away from contact.
To the paint, here's Hernan Gomez. Good work defensively by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Oladipo misses.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
The offensive rebound, and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Russell against Brogdon. Beasley outside. Now the pass to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Here's the three. That one's not going to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference. Boy, quickly becoming a real force defensively. Miles Turner, one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Shooting two.
That free throw, good from Turner. And you look at the job description for an elite defensive big man. Nowadays, it's not enough to just protect the rim.
No, you've got to be able to move your feet and also defend on the perimeter as well. And that's where Turner's quick feet have helped him. He's able to guard smaller players and recover to the lane. And that's a nice combination.
Both free throws good from Turner.
At 6'11" and 243 pounds, Turner is physically imposing. He's a big man, though, with a delicate shooting touch from outside. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Oladipo. An easy 2 points on the layup. Oladipo's got 6.
Hey, you know, sometimes this is all you can do. Got to admire Oladipo's toughness and his ability to score through contact. This guy is the real deal.
Here's Okogie. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pacers.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
The free throw drops for Oladipo.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there That's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
Beasley with a clean look, and the three off target.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Beasley with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight, always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
That free throw missing.
Well, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. Well, that's a great get for them.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Okogie's got 5 now. Pacers leading by 4. Warren, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And when you give Oladipo a running start, he's going to torch you, plain and simple.
And here's Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Here's Okogie. 5 points in the game. Buried from 15 feet out. He's got 7. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Pacers. 6-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. Again, Indiana.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Towns, the pass to Okogie. For 3, Beasley. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Knocked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Look at Indiana. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
I think for the Pacers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Here's Okogie. He has 7. Russell, no good. It's Oladipo on the wing. Covered by Beasley. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Here's Towns. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Layman subbed in for Josh Okogie. And the Pacers also making a change. Lamb's checked in. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Yeah, I ain't tryna stunt on me. Most of your career is just a month from me. I know the last couple years been slump for you. And now you're mad that I got the one up on you. Yeah. You know about it, you know now. Say you gotta hear it from the golden top. That's that. That's that. That's that. Worldwide, but I'm so south. Say you gotta hear it from the golden top. That's that.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Sabonis. Justin Holiday comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Russell against Lamb. Russell passes to Reed. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Culver. It's rebounded by Indiana. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger, and continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
On the floor for your Timberwolves, Noel.
Here's Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. Layman, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
A shot by Holiday, nobody around. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Here's Culver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Here's McConnell. And again, it's Indiana.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
And stolen by McConnell. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 12-point Pacer lead.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And Holiday, here we go. Goes back up. And Turner with the lay-in. And the Pacers lead by 12.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. Passes it to Reed with the floater, and Turner with the block.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Kept alive by Indiana, Lays it up off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
On the wing, Lamb. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Noel drains the three-pointer.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Here's Holiday. Misses in close. Timberwolves trail by 15. Noel covered by Lamb. A shot by Culver, nobody around. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Pacers lead by 14.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Timberwolves trail by 12. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Lamb lays it up and banks it in. Lamb's got 6 points.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Noel guarded by Holiday. Here's Culver. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
And so it's Indiana up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
Everyone has to get some of the sugar, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone in the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Pacers team out there.
they came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Johnson, Culver out there with Lehman, and it's Reed in at center.
Hard to prevent the bigger guy from getting the clean look there.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. The shot, no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Pass to Culver. Here's Reed, guarded by Holiday. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got his first points of the night. Pacers leading by 13. Here's Holiday. It's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. The Pacers also changing it up. Sabonis comes in for Justin Holiday, and Brogdon subbed in for Lamb. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Basket good.
That's just a difficult assignment. I mean, having to guard Towns in that area, he's always going to find a way to get his shot off clean.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Pacers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Warren's checked in for the Pacers.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Holiday.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, too, a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Outside, Towns. 6 to shoot. Here's Okogie, defended by Sabonis, and he comes up with the deuce. And it's 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact, unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Timberwolves trailed by 18. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez, and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Pass to Russell. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Beasley's got 8.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
And the pass to Okogie. Pass to Towns. To the inside. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Russell!
And it's 6 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, you know, the willingness from Towns to share the ball, just another reason why his guys love playing with him.
Here's Brogdon. The baseline jumper goes down.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Beasley, the pass to Okogie. He kicks it to Towns. Brogdon against Russell. And again, it's Minnesota.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And Holiday, here we go. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Outside, Russell. Beasley outside. Oh, good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Holiday. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Well, I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
And that one is good by Beasley.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
And the Pacers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. For Russell, averaging about 23 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Lets it go from the wing. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. McConnell's got 6. Timberwolves trail by 16.
And though they've made the playoffs 4 straight years, Indiana can't seem to get past the first round.
And it's not for a lack of effort, guys. The effort is there. The chemistry and continuity is there. They suffered a big, untimely injury, though, one to Victor Oladipo, and it's been hard for them to attract top free agents as well.
Minnesota's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And McConnell gets it to go.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
Here's Russell with the three. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 11.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Oladipo for three. They get the rebound. Shot's good by Turner.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 17. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Puts it up. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Turner. Knocks down the three ball. Turner's got 9.
Miles.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
And it's Russell missing. Indiana leading by 20. Here's Warren. And it's good off the back rim and in. Warren's got 4 this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
And yes, it's good.
Sabonis.
And it's 6 points for Sabonis.
Well, he's so well-rounded in his game. Sabonis is terrific at finding opportunities to score from there.
Okogie, the pass to Towns. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Hey, really, I'd like to see them get after it on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
Timberwolves foul call. Josh Okogie.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Sabonis.
Personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Timberwolves on defense. And they're running. Here's Russell. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Indiana leading by 20. Baseline jumper. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by McConnell. McConnell's got 3 assists tonight.
Oladipo's so capable of scoring the ball in a lot of different ways. Myriad ways does he score the ball. I love watching him fill it up.
Beasley left side. No good on the 3. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Turner. Again, Indiana.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Russell against Warren. Towns in the corner. The 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Oladipo. No good off the back of the rim.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
It's Beasley on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Doesn't take a lot for Towns to catch fire. He's a confident, sweet-shooting big guy. Can score on anyone from anywhere.
Here's McConnell. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Warren. Good. And McConnell gets the assists. McConnell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
So both teams changing it up here.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Noel. Here's Reed, and the layup is good. Reed's got 4 this quarter.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
And this coaching staff appreciates the effort from Culver. The defense is about anticipation and hustle.
And so it's Indiana closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Victor Oladipo putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it, Shaq-like? It's a good one. Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Sabonis and Turner up front. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Warren in at the small forward position.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
That's his first personal foul.
Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. There's Russell with the 3. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots. And beginning his career at the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
Here's Brogdon, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon has really good size and strength and basketball IQ, which makes him hard to guard for the defense.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Pacers in 5th.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Here's Oladipo, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Outside, Russell kicks it out to Beasley. The 3, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony.
That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
And it's Warren with the ball for Indiana. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Minnesota.
Hey, from role player to bona fide star, the jump Oladipo has taken has been outstanding. And he's not done yet, folks. He's continuing to grow.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
That free throw good from Oladipo.
When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
Good on the shot.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Beasley against Oladipo. And that one is good by Beasley.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Oladipo, good.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Beasley inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Sabonis. The Timberwolves missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And the Pacers call time here.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
the numbers for Domantas Sabonis. 5th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Free throw drops in for Beasley. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us. My senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship, unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. Russell with a wide open look. No good from outside. The Pacers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
To the middle, deflects the pass. Turner with the steal. From 12 feet out, and again it's Indiana converting.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Russell dishes to Towns, and he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's Brogdon off the drive. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for Indiana.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pacers making a switch here.
For the Pacers. Goga Bitadze. Aaron Holiday.
On defense, Minnesota, and it's good, 2 points. 13 points for Miles Turner.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Inside, and they get it. Towns, no luck.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
A wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. But they recover.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
And Brogdon's got the ball here for Indiana. Over Russell. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Brogdon extremely comfortable taking these jump shots because he knows he has the green light.
The drive by Russell, and he gets the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Holiday, no good on the shot, a bit long that time. Minnesota's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And that one is good by Beasley.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Here's Brogdon. Here's Bitadze. Gets himself open and drills it.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Outside, Towns. The shot will not fall, and Indiana will go the other way with it from 11 feet away, and again it's Indiana.
Assist goes to Miles.
For Minnesota, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. And the dunk by Towns.
I'll tell you what, it should absolutely be illegal for a 7-footer to be able to leave the ground that fast, but Towns has made it legal.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. In Indiana with the change here, too. Edmund Sumner's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Holiday is right there. Holiday's got 19 points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, you know, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demands.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And Indiana shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. Rebound, Minnesota.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Indiana controlling the game. Here's Sumner. And he misses his first shot of the game. Noel. Another shot. He lays it in. Reeves got 6 points.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Here's Holiday. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
On the wing, misses off the right iron. The Timberwolves shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. The pass to Culver. Here's Reed, Turner covering. Here's Johnson, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Here's Holiday, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Pacers ball.
Pulls it from 20. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, nice job by Turner to maintain his concentration despite the hand in his face.
Culver passes to Layman. Here's Reed. It's rebounded by Indiana. Bitadze's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Noel, guarded by Holiday. Passes it to Reed, to the left wing, wide open. And that one misses from Layman.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Holiday gets the bucket. Timberwolves shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. To the inside, here's Johnson, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner. The Timberwolves have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Indiana making some changes. Leaf checked in for Turner, and it's Lamb in there for Warren. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
And that's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
2 minutes, 2. Indiana foul call. Edited Sumner. That's his second personal foul.
The Timberwolves have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. The Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. Well, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Culver kicks to Lehman. Reed the pass to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Holiday attacking. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Shooting 1.
And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, TJ Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. If you look at Minnesota, it's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Fires from the wing. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Pass to Culver. Timberwolves passing it around. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Sumner. And the Pacers another three. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Culver. He's got 5. Makes it off the glass. Culver's got 7 points in the game.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Down low. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Over. 9 points in the game so far.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Sumner got a hand on it. Up in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Pacers just dominating this one. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Culver, and it's Spellman in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's McConnell, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game, not just coaches but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Pass to Spellman. 6 on the shot clock. A rebound by Bitadze.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Lamb, good.
And this is Lamb's main strength, a solid jump shooter. And he's doing a nice job with his shot selection, too.
Swiped it away. Here's Bitadze. Banked in off the glass.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Fires for 3. They get it back. Vanderbilt misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wasted no time on that one.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Culver kicks to Evans. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Indiana now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Bitadze. And it's off the back rim, no good. Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half. And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Pacers. Justin Holiday comes in for Edmund Sumner.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
That's tipped, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Timberwolves ball.
Here's Culver. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Minnesota shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. The 10-footer buries the jump shot.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Here's McConnell, and again it's Indiana. Here's Culver. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
The pass to Vanderbilt for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Leafs got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Holiday. Doesn't go that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
They try to cut the supply, but my energy is at an all-time high. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live, and I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, a man woke up superhuman.
Pacers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. That one goes. He's counted.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Here's McConnell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Evans outside. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball.
Yes, sir.
Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Minnesota's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. A nice shot by Culver. Culver's got 7 points here in this quarter. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Puts it up from 17. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Timberwolves shooting here in the fourth quarter, around 41%. Culver's shot is off. Indiana controlling the game. Shot from 16, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
Passes it to Spellman. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Bangs home the trifecta.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Culver, and that one is good. Culver! Here's McConnell. Outside, Lamb. Over Evans. No good from Lamb. The Timberwolves shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And it's McConnell with the rebound. The Pacers shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Over Evans. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. McConnell's got 10 points in just the second half. Noel. He's covered by McConnell. Noel. It's hauled in by Leaf. Leaf's got 7 rebounds in the game. Holiday inside the line, and the Pacers tack on 2 more. Minnesota with the ball. To the paint. Here's Evans. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Here's McConnell. Spellman with the rebound. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Culver's got the ball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Pass to Vanderbilt. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here.
Oh, he hit it! How did that go in?
How about the range on that jumper?
From the baseline, Vanderbilt with the rebound. The Timberwolves shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Here's Culver. It's hauled in by Leaf. Leaf's got his 8th rebound here tonight. McDermott for 3, and the Pacers another 3.
The main weapon in McDermott's arsenal, so good at cashing in from behind the arc.
Pass to Spellman. There's the dish to Culver. Teardrop shot. That shot off the mark.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Outside Holiday. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Now the pass to Spellman. Over Oladipo. Spellman with the bucket. Spellman's got 4 this quarter.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Oladipo with the ball. Evans picks him up. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Evans.
You know, this is why Oladipo is a star. I mean, he has a unique ability to convert through really tough defense.
Victor Oladipo.
The free throw drops for Oladipo. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pacers.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And just breaking the spirit of their opponent. 3 straight times this year, this win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with 1 left to be played on the season against the Timberwolves.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Oladipo.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're ahead by 46. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
Something looking at me like I'm opaque or something. Don't I look like Drake or something? Something better tell mankind Undertaker coming. Back up, I was told it, back up. Back up, Lord, I will be back up. Back up, I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring
back up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. And so it's Indiana with it. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Nails it from the high post. Oladipo's got 42 in the game.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Passes to Spellman. Clock at 6. Here's Evans. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now here's Oladipo. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together, and we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.